Hi, I'm Chef Will Gilson here at Garden at the Cellar. We're going to do a one of our favorite dishes here, which is our house chicken dish, where we actually are creating a mock ballotine. Ballotine is a traditional French recipe where you take a farce, or like a sausage made from the chicken meat, and then basically put that inside, stuff that inside of a chicken breast. We do this a little differently, where we are going to make a sausage from the dark meat of the chicken. Then we're going to take that and put it on top of a little bit of breast meat. We're going to wrap that in caul fat, and then we're going to poach it in this machine right here called an immersion circulator. It's going to be wrapped in plastic. If you don't have one of these machines, don't worry, I'll talk about how to do it otherwise. Let's get started with the chicken sausage. We have about 2 pounds of dark meat chicken that we're going to put inside of a food processor. Now, a food processor is key to this recipe. The key to this is you want to make sure that you get it really finely kind of turned into a mousse. So start with the 2 pounds of the chicken meat. Then we're going to add in 2 eggs. Two tablespoons of heavy cream. About 3 teaspoons of salt. Small pinch chives. A little bit of marjoram. And one of our favorite ingredients here in the kitchen, it's a spice called zaatar, which is made with dried thyme and sesame seeds. A very famous Middle Eastern spice blend. We're going to add in about a tablespoon of that. Place the top on the food processor here, and we're going to buzz this until it turns into a nice creamy mousse. Pulsing it will help to make sure that all of that gets whipped in. Okay, now we've got that consistency just where we want it. We go to the next step in our process. So the next step in this chicken dish is to take the chicken breasts that you've either purchased from the supermarket or taken off of a whole chicken. You want to make sure that the skin is on it. You're going to flip that over, remove the tender, save that for another purpose, and then we're going to season the chicken with salt and pepper on both sides. And just to make the process of rolling this a little bit easier, we're going to take some cornstarch here, not too much, just a little bit, and sprinkle it on the back side of the chicken. This will help absorb some of the moisture and create a nice layer of the sausage that we've just created here in the food processor and the chicken. Take a little bit of the sausage now. I'd say probably about 3 to 4 ounces, or about 3 or 4 large spoonfuls. And you want to pack that very lightly onto the back side of the chicken here. Once we have that so that it's almost the shape of the chicken, we're going to take the caul fat. Now, caul fat might seem a little odd and disturbing looking, but this is actually the intestinal lining of a pig. This is classic in a lot of French cooking, of where they make things en crepinette. They take caul fat, like so, and stuff it. So what we're going to use this here is to make a mock skin for our chicken. Wipe down our board here. Always be very careful when working with chicken. It is one of the most hazardous raw ingredients in any kitchen. And you also have to be very careful about what temperature you cook the final product to, which we will talk about in a moment. So now you've got a nice square of the caul fat, like so. And we're going to take this chicken breast, and we're going to place it right on it, kind of on a diagonal corner. Now, I leave the wing bones on my chickens for a number of different reasons. One, I like the way they look, and two, kind of reminds me and my guests that a chicken is still an animal instead of a boneless, skinless breast that you buy from the supermarket. So we take that wing bone, we push it through the caul fat, and we get a nice kind of overlap here. We can use this to just get to the other side of the meat, and then we take it and we pull it to get it a little tighter. This way it's going to help create a nice wrapping. And then we roll the chicken breast like so to create another layer. And you don't want too many layers of this caul fat because you want it when it cooks to pretty much dissolve away. So we're going to take just this last layer right here, roll it over, and then we're going to trim. And what we're left with now is a perfectly stuffed chicken breast. So now that we have the chicken all wrapped up in the caul fat here, we want to make sure that we get everything really tight so when it cooks in the water bath that it's going to make sure that there's no gaps between the sausage meat and the breast meat. So we're going to take our first step here of putting the chicken inside a layer of plastic wrap. Now, food service wrap is always best for this because the food service wrap that you use can be heated to very high temperatures without melting. Always make sure that you check the heat rating on any sort of saran wrap or anything like that. I would not recommend a lot of the grocery store ones. Try to find a professional one that you might be able to see at like a Costco or a BJ's or something along those lines. So we take the plastic, fold it over, keeping everything very tight, and then once you get one roll, you pull back on the chicken. This way it's going to pull all those ingredients together, and then we roll until we can get it all into one tight shape. Then, for sealing purposes, we take a longer piece of plastic, place the chicken breast in the middle, again fold over the plastic, pull tight, grab the ends, keeping it very long, thinking about wanting to have ties that can be able to be tied like that in the middle. We take it, fingers on either end, and we roll. This will help bring both sides of it together and keep a nice tight shape in the middle, like so. Take our plastic, tie it gently, and then the chicken is ready for poaching. Now we've got our chicken all wrapped up and tied here, ready to poach it off. If you do not have this handy-dandy machine called an immersion circulator, you can do this obviously in just a pot of water that you're keeping an eye on. The key to making sure chicken is cooked perfectly and not overcooked is getting it cooked to an internal temperature of 165 degrees. So what we're doing is poaching it with this machine in a bath that is exactly 165 degrees. It'll sit in this water bath for about 2 to 3 hours, but just to make sure that we know exactly what temp we have, you can get one of these thermometers you can pick up at any hardware store or kitchen supply store. We take this, mount it up here, and that way we can monitor the internal temperature of the chicken. So we take the probe, place it right into the middle like this, and then we drop it into the bath. And we can keep an eye on the temperature the whole time, just like this. Come back in 2 hours, check it again. As soon as this reads 165, ready to go and ready to eat. So now our chicken is at 165 degrees. Pull it out of the bath, remove the probe, and we're ready to then pan fry it or deep fry it, whatever you'd like. In this case, we have one here that we've deep fried, and basically the best fried chicken you've ever had. And once you cut it open, you can take a look inside, and you see that you have that perfect sausage meat along the side and the breast meat right here. And there you have crispy fried stuffed chicken.